Good morning, friends. I hope you are all doing well. We are hitting the local shops today. I need to buy ingredients for some overnight oats I'm making later this week. Plus, I want to buy some fennel and lettuce seeds to plant for a fall harvest. And then for lunch today, you and I are going to make some fantastic zucchini fritters. I don't have zucchini in my garden, so we need to buy it from a local farm. Let me grab my keys and let's go shopping.
I should mention that today really is the calm before the storm. The day after we filmed this video, we received 11 inches of rain in just 24 hours. By the time you see this video, we will have hopefully dried out. Tierra Farm is my favorite source for high-quality, organic, and fair trade ingredients. The farm has generously supplied me with a free shipping code that I can share with you in the description box below. Today, I'm buying oats, flax powder, chia powder, ceremonial cacao powder, and unsalted almond butter. All these ingredients are for the overnight oats that I will make later this week. I also love Tierra Farm's loose leaf teas. Today, I'm buying a bag of Darjeeling tea. Another thing I love about this farm is their small collection of friendly farm animals. Surely we can take a moment to greet them.
There was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane. And as the light startled our eyes, we let go of disguise.
It was so much fun to see the roosters and the chickens and the billy goat here. And I learned that the billy goat's name is Fifi. Now we are headed to Agway. I want to find some fennel seeds and some lettuce seeds and maybe some beet seeds that we can plant in the garden.
Turn around and show your face. Let me see parts of you. Oh my, our bodies interlace, slow and easy. And I can...
Oh, look at this. So we are at Agway and I just found these nifty wooden stakes. I have bell pepper plants and jalapeno pepper plants in my garden, and they've all been toppling over during storms and because they're top heavy with fruit. So I'm going to stake the plants with these wooden stakes. I have beet seeds, spinach, Swiss chard.
The late summer seed selection at Agway is understandably sparse. I will show you the seeds I bought when we return home. And our next stop is the berry farm in Chatham, New York.
We've just arrived at the berry farm. I need to buy yogurt. What else do I need? Sour cream and zucchini. We are home again. I have my groceries put away. Now I want to get started on the zucchini fritters. And I need my cutting board and my washed zucchini. So I have two types, the common, and then I think this is called Italian zucchini. It has stripes. So I have roughly 2 pounds of squash here. I'm just trimming off the ends. So I've trimmed off the ends of the zucchini, and then I cut the zucchini in half crosswise, and then I cut each of those pieces in half lengthwise. And that's just so they will fit through the feed tube of my food processor, because I'm going to use the processor to shred the zucchini. You could use a box grater. This goes right into the dishwasher. Now we can pour the shreds into a large bowl. Get all of them out of here. And then I need to toss the shredded zooks with 2 teaspoons of coarse or kosher salt. And what the salt will do is encourage the zucchini to give up its water. Now, I call these my angelic zucchini fritters because they are truly angelic. And the reason for that is because I get rid of all of the moisture from the zucchini. So we just end up with pure zucchini flavor. I'm going to let the zucchini sit here for about 10 minutes so it can continue giving up its liquid. And while we wait for that to happen, we can head out to the garden. So here are my pepper plants. I have bell peppers over here and then jalapeno peppers over in this corner. And as you can see, I've already started staking up some of the plants, but I think I need to do most of them. They become top heavy with fruit and then the plants fall over, or they fall over during a windstorm. See, this one has already fallen over. It's got several fairly good-sized peppers on it. I should go ahead and do, since I'm here. I'm going to use common zip ties to secure each plant to its stake. I have this one tied to one of those skinny little and frankly useless bamboo stakes. I think this big wooden stake will work out much, much better. There we go. Let's see, let's go ahead and get you secured right from the get-go. And the peppers, at least most of them, are nice and secure now. Before I can plant the lettuce seeds, I need to first remove all of the bolted lettuce. This is oak leaf lettuce here. Of course, all of this will be composted. This is bolted romaine. Are you helping me, Avery? This is bolted butter crunch lettuce. I think it's my favorite lettuce of all. I don't think I will be able to plant the seeds right now because it's in the afternoon and it suddenly got really hot and humid. So I will come back later today when there's some shade on this garden and plant the seeds. But for now, I want to grab some chives because chives are one of the ingredients in these zucchini fritters. And that's exactly how many I need. Well, I can't tell you how ferociously hot and humid it suddenly got outside. Now, in the short time we were in the garden, look at all of the water that's come out of the zucchini. I'm going to let this continue to exude its moisture while I chop up some of the chives. And zest a lemon. I will use the lemon juice for the sauce that accompanies these angelic zucchini fritters. Boy, this lemon is very large and it's, well, about as hard as a rock. I've been having trouble finding good lemons these days. And we can just leave you over here for a moment, because now I need to finish with the zucchini. So first, the zucchini goes into a sieve. I'm going to rinse out my bowl. Now I need to squeeze the squash. And I'm going to do that in this kitchen towel. Well, actually, I'll use this kitchen towel. And I like to squeeze the squash, just one handful at a time. You will be amazed at how much liquid comes out of this. And the squeezed or the squozed squash can go back into the clean bowl. And that is that. Now, I discard the zucchini liquid. I mean, you can save it if you like, but it is very salty because the salt that we added to the zucchini all came out with the liquid. So now I need to add just a half teaspoon or so of salt, plus a bit of ground black pepper. I also need about half of this lemon zest. It's going to add terrific flavor to our fritters. And then I need roughly 1 tablespoon of the chives. Let me give this a quick stir. Then I need to stir in a couple of beaten eggs. And in they go. We're going to stir in the egg, or the eggs. And then I need some flour and baking powder. And here we are. So I need 1 cup of flour. It's about 125 grams. And 1 teaspoon of baking powder. We can stir that baking powder into the flour. The baking powder is just there to lighten the fritters. And in goes the flour mixture. Stir that in. And now we can let this sit for a couple of minutes while I heat up some oil in a skillet. I'm also going to clean up my workstation. Just realized that I'm not ready to fry off these fritters just yet. So I'm going to make the sauce to accompany the fritters, and then we are going to go back outside. I need to plant those seeds, and I need to fertilize my container plants. And for the sauce, I need roughly 1 cup of sour cream. And I'm just going to eyeball the amount here. Actually, this is a 2-cup container, so I just use half of the container. Then I need the juice from my lemon. I used to make these fritters every summer during zucchini time, and I don't know why I stopped doing that, because these fritters are really amazing. In you go. Just stir. I'm going to use my little whisk here. I'm going to cover the fritter mixture and the sauce, pop them into the refrigerator, and then when we finish with our garden tasks, we can come back in and fry off the fritters. As I mentioned earlier, I want to fertilize my container plants. So I'm using this Espoma Organic Grow. Whoa, stuff is potent. These are super petunias. Then I have a container of zinnias, another container of petunias, and I have a calabricoa to fertilize, and what else do I have? Oh, rosemary. Unfortunately, I did not find any fennel seeds, but I did find the Paris Island romaine, and I found butter crunch lettuce on seed tape.
I like seed tape because all of the seeds are already appropriately spaced. Seed tape is super easy to work with.
Okay, and I'm going to plant the Paris Island romaine seeds right over here where they will receive some shade from the pepper plants and where they are very close to a drip line. I'm simply going to scatter the seeds right in here, and then roughly cover them. Well, that was easy. Now I need to water in the new seeds. Even though I have drip irrigation, I always like to give newly planted seeds a good watering by hand. And after the seeds germinate, I let the drip irrigation take care of the watering. Well, I am really sweating, but I think we accomplished quite a lot in this little herb garden. So let's go inside. I'm going to cool off for a moment, maybe even have a shower, and then we're going to cook the zucchini fritters.
I did indeed have a shower. And now I'm cooking with fritters in avocado oil. They only need 2 to 3 minutes on each side to turn golden brown and shockingly delicious.
I'm actually meeting my friends Vicky and Alban at their house for dinner, and I might bring the surplus zucchini fritters over to them tonight. After dinner, Vicky and I are going to play piano for each other. That's going to be a lot of fun. So I have all this extra chive. I'm going to scatter it all over the platter. Lizette is here. Will you join me in having a fritter?
Yes.
Good. Okay. Help you. We should have little plates. Plate for you. Bon appetit. Oh my.
This is wonderful.
We said that in sync. It is wonderful. Well, the fritters are crispy on the outside, soft and tender on the inside, and the batter is super lemony. The sauce is both tangy and tart with the lemon. And I love the chives in here too, that hint of onion.
These can become very addictive.
Don't tell Vicky and Alban, but there may not be any leftover fritters to bring to their house tonight. We're going to finish our fritters in another room, but before we go, I wanted to say thank you so much for spending time with us today as we shopped at local shops for ingredients and for seeds, and we planted seeds, and we fertilized the container plants. We actually accomplished a lot for the first part of the day. I will have another video for you on Sunday, and until then, please treat yourself very, very well. I can't wait to see you again. Bye for now, friends.